Hi, it's Elizabeth from Town Valley Motorhomes, and today we'll be doing the handover video of the Benimar 286. First thing you'll come to behind your driver's door is your gas locker. So this will hold two 6kg gas bottles. You want to make sure you tie them in nice and tight with these black straps so they don't rattle around when travelling. And then when you attach your pigtail to your gas bottle, these ones are hand tightened, so you don't need a spanner or anything, you just turn the dial around. And then it's left to tighten, right to loosen, opposite way around being gas. So once you've got your pigtail connected, you can turn your gas flow on and off on the top of the vehicle here. So you can see that there's arrows telling you which way is on and which way is off. Always make sure you turn your gas bottle off when you travel. Next, you'll come to your freshwater filler point. So you'll need a hose pipe and some adapters, as some sites just provide a brass tap. And you want to twist the cap off and then pop your hose pipe through there, fill it up with fresh water, and then once you're done, take the hose pipe out, and then when you're done, you want to put your cap back on and lock it with a key so no one can tamper with your fresh water. At the back of the vehicle, we've got your toilet cassette. So you need to make sure you've got your blade in the toilet closed, and then you can pull the blue lever up and slide your cassette out, twist the spout round, and then unscrew the cap. And then when you're emptying, you want to push in this blue button here. This just allows some air in and stops it from glugging. And you want to swill it around with some fresh water and then empty it out again, and then put some blue or green liquid back in the cap, ready for use again. Under the vehicle at the back, behind your back wheel, we've got your wastewater drain off point. So you just want to pull the lever forward, and then all the wastewater will drain out of your vehicle. So you want to do this when you are leaving a site, so you're not travelling home with the extra weight of wastewater. Also, when you're winterising your vehicle, you don't want to leave any water in the tank to freeze and cause frost damage over the cooler months. At the back of the vehicle, we've got your garage. So we've got your spare tyre, we've got your toolkit, we've got your awning handle, we've got your table, and then we've got carpets as well in the garage. At the back of the vehicle at the top, we've got your reversing camera, then we've got your bike rack. Here's the garage from the passenger side. Next, we've got your external barbecue point. So you'll need an adapter and a length of hose to connect to your Caddock and barbecue. And then when you've got your flow of gas in the vehicle, you just want to turn this red handle from horizontal to vertical and you'll get a flow of gas. The front on the passenger side, we've got your hookup point. So when you're hooking your cable up to the vehicle, you want to make sure that you pop the cable to the vehicle first, and then the mains, and then when disconnecting, disconnect from the mains and then the vehicle, so you're never walking around with a live lead. And just on the outside of your passenger door, we've got your diesel filler, so you'll need your ignition key to open up the cap. And then on the front of your passenger door, we've got your ideal tyre pressures. And then we've also got on the inside of the door your bonnet release. Main things you want to focus on under the bonnet is your screen washer fluid, we've got your engine coolant and your brake fluid, we've got your oil and your dipstick, and then we've got your negative here and your positive down there if you need to give or receive a jump start. First thing you want to do when you get into your vehicle is turn your main control panel on, and then from here you can turn your internal lights on, you can turn your water pump on, and then we've also got your awning light here as well that you can turn on and off. On the lower level, you've got your leisure battery level, we've got your vehicle battery, we've got your freshwater level, and then you can also dim the entire panel down when you're sleeping in bed, and also brighten it back up by holding the button down. And on here, this little green light here just says that it's hooked up and it's charging the leisure battery. When you want to use your heating or hot water, you want to come to your Truma control panel, and when you click the button you'll come to your home screen. So these are all your different options, and then above the line the icons will come up when you've got things selected. So the first one is the van with the thermometer, that's your internal heating. So when you click on that, you can scroll all the way up to 30 degrees. Just whatever temperature you pick on here has got to be warmer than the external temperature, otherwise it won't kick in. And from here you can see icons have appeared up here. So this means your heating's on. Doesn't mean it's on gas, it just means your heating is turned on. you scroll across is your hot water, so you can have this on Eco, Hot or Boost. Boost will take the energy away from your heating for half an hour and concentrate on your hot water. But you can just turn it onto hot and keep it on hot, so you've always got water ready for your either shower or your kitchen. And next is your energy supply, so you can either have 2 kilowatts of electric, and it will show up as 2 lightning bolts here, 1 kilowatt of electric, 1 lightning bolt, a mix of 2 lightning bolts and gas for your 2 kilowatts of electric and gas, 1 or just gas. And then finally we've got your fan speed. So this you can have Eco or High. High is probably the best when you're wanting to warm your van up, and then turn it down to Eco just so you don't constantly have the fan noise whirring in the background. Then you can also set timers here, change your time, and then you do also have some settings options along the bottom here. So you can go through and change your time, temperature, date and language. Here we've got your 2 gas burner hobs working. Just remember that once you've used them, you need to let the metal fully cool before you put the glass lid down, otherwise it will shatter. Here we've got your oven working on gas. Here we've got your grill working on gas. You might not be able to see the steam, but the hot water is on and really hot. At the back of the vehicle we've got your wardrobes. We've got some shelves and a hanging rail to hang some of your clothes. So in the bathroom we've got your shower. And we've got a hanging rail as well, so you can hang any wet clothes or towels or anything to dry. And we've also got 2 mirrors with cupboards. We've got your sink. And we've got your toilet. When you want to flush, you just press the blue button here. You get a flow of water into the bowl. And then you just open and shut the blade with this grey handle. And then we've also got this cupboard as well with some more hanging space. And some more shelf space. To turn your fridge on, you just want to hold the on button down. And then to choose your power source, you want to hold the square button down until the lights flash. And then you can use the arrows to pick what energy source. So you can have an automatic, which means it will automatically pick the best power source. Or you can manually pick hookup, vehicle battery or gas. And then if you press the square again, you can change the temperature of your fridge and freezer. 1 being the warmest, 5 being the coldest. When you want to bring your drop down bed down to sleep on, just press the bottom button on this black lever here, and then the bed will automatically come down. Once you've got the bed to the height that you want it at, you can leave it in place and then pop your ladders on if you want to hook it in place. Or if you bring it all the way down to the base, you just got to take the back cushions off and make sure your 2 front seats are pushed forward or spun around, and then you can get the bed all the way down to the ground almost. When you want to bring your bed back up, you just want to press the all black button, and then it'll go all the way to the ceiling and then stop when it's in the correct position. Behind your passenger seat, under the bench, we've got your boiler drain down. So this is an automatic boiler drain down, so when the temperature reaches 2 degrees or below, it will automatically drain down. So where you can see it's already done that, as this blue button is pushed out and the diamond is facing along. So if you want to do it manually, you want to turn this diamond forward facing, and then you'll see the blue buttons popped out. If you do this manually, at the same time you want to open up your taps, like your kitchen tap and your bathroom tap and your shower, and just make sure all the water's drained out of your pipes as well. But then when you come to use your boiler again and you want to fill it up, you've got to turn the diamond, but then you have to push this blue button in, otherwise the water will keep draining out until it's been pushed in.